Yeah, people who, like girls manifesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's guys too, but it's pretty crazy.
Like
So
vision board type stuff?
people who have vision board and essentially aspirational thoughts, ideas cosmically attract success. And there's a lot of people pushing this. And they did a study on a ton of people. And the people that are, manifesting their dreams were 40% more likely to go bankrupt.
Yeah, which makes total sense.
It does.
Because you would never take any negative feedback as negative feedback. You'd be like, oh, this is just a roadblock.
Oh, I just got to double down.
Yeah, you go, I just got to keep going, because obviously, oh, this is just part of the thing. And then
What
you eventually just
what
hit
Well,
the
even
rock bottom.
What if I invest
Harmozy
more?
always posts, he was like, just remember when things get really, really tough, like this is when most people quit.
Yeah, just
and
remember
it was
when
like,
you've been an open micer for 15 years.
but that's what I mean.
That this is the part where people quit. If you keep going, you can be an open micer for 25 years.
But yeah, you're right.
Zero prospects and your whole life thrown away.
Well, they never show the other side of it, where it's like, and this is where most people mostly quit. And that guy has like a normal job and a family now, and he actually is the best decision he ever made.
Yeah, I was actually, what's so funny? Just I went down some when I got home last night. I go home really late, and I don't know why, but YouTube showed me a Club 54 comedy clip.
You love Club 54.
I love comedy Club 54. Shout out. But then it was what was it? It was some guy I never heard of. Some guy who was on, and then for whatever reason, I just tried. He had a weird name, and I decided to Google him. And then
you get down weird rabbit holes. When you get left to your own devices.
I do. I don't know. I was just tired or whatever. And then right before I went to bed, and then I Googled him, and then he's managing partner at some giant hedge fund in New York City, and it says his LinkedIn's former stand-up comic, and he wasn't a great comic, but he was a comedy club, and he's the classic guy who's yeah, this is bullshit, this is so stupid, I'm gonna go be a fucking gajillionaire in New York City.
Yeah, there's loads of those guys where they just one day they look around and go, ugh, and then you just next thing you hear that a millionaire somewhere. That happens all the time.
But he was on this show that was this syndicated TV show in the mid 90s, comedy show, and then he obviously was yeah, this is stupid.
That's crazy. Well, I always talk it is an interesting thing with anything, whatever, influencer, comedian, whatever, musician, whatever it is. It's kind of the only thing where you go, if you're the 1,000th best in the world, you probably made 30 grand that year. Where it's if you're the 1,000th best doctor, you made 500 grand.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or the 1,000th best lawyer, any other job that's hard.
Insurance, not even
insurance. If you're the 2,000th best insurance person, you're very rich. If you're the 2,000th best comedian, it's you might not be able to buy food this week.
It's insane the level of how easily for me, right, to I could pretty easily reach out to people like Bill Burr, Louis C.K., the best people in the world, Shane or whoever's the biggest and best comedians in the world, but you can never, but I'm so poor and unsuccessful. It's insane for them to be for me to be able to.
The chasm is massive,
but the wealth is wild. The equivalent in music, I could never just reach out to Beyonce or Rihanna. There's no connection there because the gap is miles.
Comedy's weird just because Louis C.K. might go do a bar show.
Yeah, it's
he might just hit you up on a Tuesday, being hey, can I just do a spot? At
you work at the same place as him, though,
I work.
Right?
Yeah, I work.
You'd be able to. Yeah, it's the same as you'd be able to work. You'd be able to reach out to the top lawyer if you worked at that law firm.
Yeah,
which is kind of
I know, but law in general.
Yeah, law in general. Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, because comedy is just a weird one in that respect. Because
where you can all be sitting at the same table, and it's so.
And you could be doing it for 2 years and be sitting at the same table with the best comedian in the world for whatever reason.
Sure,
and you're terrible, and you'll never achieve anything. But you're right beside him, and you're friends with him.
Yeah, comedy has a.